lack of money is just the result. What is the root cause? Meaning that the only way to permanently, what's the word, please? Permanently change your outer world is to first change your what? You know what? We're going to give that some energy by doing a declaration together. Who can tell what a declaration is? A statement that we make what? Out loud. Thank you. And, you know, why does that work? And let me just put it this. I'm not going to get into the whole situation around it, but everything is one thing. Everything is energy. What is it? Energy. What is it? Energy. Everything is energy. And all energy travels in what? Frequencies and So when we make a statement out loud, we are sending a vibration, A, into the universe, and B, if we put our hand on our heart, on our chest, we feel the vibration of that specific statement throughout the cells of our body. Yes or yes? You know, I know for a lot of you, you're thinking, oh my God, is this ever hokey? But the way I figure is this. I'd rather be really hokey and really rich than really cool and really broke. How about you? All right, please stand up. Let's have some fun. Let's have some fun with it. Good job. Now, here's what I want you to do. Put your hand on your chest, on your heart. Sir, your chest, not her chest. Come on, let's go. And simply repeat after me. My inner world creates my outer world. My inner world creates my outer world. Again. My inner world creates my outer world. One more time, twice as loud. My inner world creates my outer world. Now, turn to somebody, look them in the eye, give them a high five, and say, you have a millionaire mind. I wanted to share with you something called the process of manifestation. The process of what? All right, help me out here. Your thoughts, lead to your feelings, which lead to your excellent. One more time, all together. Your thoughts lead to feelings, lead to. I'm very well known for making the following statement, and the statement is even on the very back of the book that we've been talking about. And it says this. It says, give me 5 minutes with anyone, and I can predict your financial future for the rest of your life. How? Very simply. In a short conversation, I can identify what's called your money blueprint. Money what? Blueprint. Thank you. Each of us has a personal money blueprint already ingrained in our subconscious mind. And my friends, it is this blueprint, more than anything and everything else all combined, that will determine your financial life. You can know everything about business. You can know everything about marketing, about negotiations. You can be the best salesperson. You can be the best at your job. You can know everything about finances. You can know everything about stocks. You can know everything and every strategy about real estate. But if your money blueprint isn't preset for a high level of success, you will never, and I repeat, never amass a large amount of money. And if by chance you do, you will either quickly or slowly lose it. It's very simple. It boils down to that. And the good news is you can actually change your blueprint. Good? So let's talk about the blueprint so you understand it. How is your blueprint formed? The blueprint is formed specifically based on the information. The what? Thank you. The information or programming you received in the past, especially as a young child. Who are some of the primary sources of this information? Parents. Good. Who else? Teachers. Yes, religious leaders. Good. Good. Friends, grandparents. Good. Yes, media. Very good. Culture. Let's take culture. That's a good one. Isn't it true that certain cultures have a certain way of thinking and dealing with money? Yes. And other cultures have a completely different way of thinking and dealing with money? Yes. And let me ask you a question. Does the child come out of the womb doing it that way, or were they taught how to do money that way? Thank you. Put your hand on your chest. Repeat after me. I was taught how to do money. Thank you. And so was I. We were all taught how to do money. And unfortunately, most of us were taught by people who either didn't have a lot of it or who had a lot of emotional issues around it. True or true? So how are we taught? How are we conditioned? 3 primary ways. How many? 3. You guys are doing great. 3. And the first way is called verbal programming. What kind of programming, please? Thank you. That's all about what did you hear when you were young. The second one's called modeling. What's it called? That's all about what did you see when you were young. And the third one's called specific incidents. Specific what? That's all about what did you experience around money, wealth, and rich people when you were young. Now, let's talk a little bit about verbal programming. Let me hear some of the phrases that you heard about money, wealth, success, rich people when you were young. What are some of the ones that you heard? Yes, money doesn't grow on. Yeah, what? It takes money to. What else? Money doesn't make you happy. Good. Money's the root of all. We can't. Yeah, there's never a. Rich people are greedy, criminals, crooks. Wonderful. That's perfect. That's perfect. Yeah. You can't take it with you, right? Spoken like a true spender. All right. Do you want to hear my father's favorite? Anytime I asked him for anything, he'd growl at me and go, hey, what am I, made of money? I used to joke around with him. I go, I wish. I'll take an arm, a leg. I'll take a baby finger, Dad. He never laughed once. Never once. Let me say this. All, what's the word? All. Each and every statement you heard when you were young, every one of those is lodged in your subconscious mind and part of the blueprint that is running your financial life. Let's talk about the next one, modeling. Here's an interesting one. What were your parents or guardians like in the arena of money when you were growing up? Did one or both of them manage money well, or did they mismanage money? Were they spenders or were they savers? Were they shrewd investors or were they non-investors? Did money come fairly easily in your household, or was it always a struggle? Let me ask you this. Was money a source of joy in your home too? Or was it a source of bitter arguments? Why are we talking about this? Because there's a saying that says this, monkey see monkey, and humans aren't far behind. So generally, we will tend to be exactly like, identical to one or a combination of both of our parents in the arena of money. Unless we're exactly the opposite. Why would someone be the opposite? That's right. It just depends on how angry you were at them or at the situation. You said, I will never live like this again. Got it? The third way is called specific incidents. Specific what? Specific incidents. Now, the best way to talk about that is with my own life and my own wife. Her name is Rochelle, and when she was 8 years old, she would hear the clanging of the ice cream truck coming down the street, and she would run to her mom and ask her mom for a quarter, and her mom would say, sorry, dear, I don't have any money. Go ask Dad. Dad's got all the money. She'd run on over to Dad. She'd go get her quarter. She'd go get her ice cream. She was a happy camper. The next week, she'd hear the clang of the ice cream truck coming down the street. She would run to her mom and ask her mom for a quarter, and her mom would say, help me out now, sorry, dear, I don't have any money. Go ask your dad. Dad's got all the... She'd run on over to Dad. She'd get her quarter. She'd go get her ice cream. She was a happy camper. Question! What did my wife learn about money? Yeah, first of all, that men have all the money. So when we first got married, what do you think she expected of moi? I'll tell you what, it wasn't quarters anymore. Somehow she graduated. What'd she learn about women and money? That's right, that women don't have money. Mom, the deity, didn't have any money, doesn't have money. Therefore, the way of being for a good woman to be is not to have any what? Any money. And so whenever she had money, she'd have to what? Get rid of it. And she was darn good at it too. You know, she's very exact. You give her $100, she spent $100. You give her $200, she spent $200. You give her $500, she spent $500. You give her $1,000, she spent $1,000. Then she took one of my programs. She learned all about the art of leverage. I gave her $2,000, she spent $10,000. There was only one thing we ever fought about. Can you guess what it was? Money. And it almost cost us our marriage. And all I can say is thank God that we learned about the material we're talking about now and how to completely recondition each of our own blueprints. And, this is important, create a third blueprint for the relationship. Create a third blueprint for the what? As an umbrella for the relationship. Now, I want you to know something. As many of you know, as many graduates, we have a 3-day Millionaire Mind Intensive program. And one of the things I'm proudest about that program is what we're able to do for people in relationships around money. Because I know what was hurting me more than anything and biggest pain in my life. And what people don't really get is that each of you have your own blueprint, but you're going to need a third blueprint, like an umbrella blueprint, agreements, for example, on how the relationship's going to work around money. And most of us never entered a relationship with that in place. True or true? And most of us have never looked at it like that and go, let's create an umbrella blueprint, have we? And until you do, you'll always have problems with other people around money. So, all I can say is that it worked like magic, and we have never had a disagreement since. We fought every single day. Now, you would think that's an exaggeration, wouldn't you? I wish. No, some of you going, no. I wish. Every single day for 9.5 years. And we have never had a single disagreement around money since. And now it's been 11 years. Good or good? All right, give that a hand. Hey, you can do better than that. Let me hear ya. So the big question, even bigger question, the big question is this. What is your